Welcome to Turtles Early Access. You're playing with TMNT here, courtesy of Wizard of the Coast, allowing content creators, streamers, videographers, people like me, professionals who just gush about Magic all the time, or complain about it, depending on who you ask and what time of the year it is. But we've got access to play Turtles Early on Arena, and today we're playing Blue-Red Affinity, Blue-Red Artifacts, if you're not cool. Affinity is a much cooler name, and it actually has Affinity in it. Krang Mastermind is Blue 6, Affinity for Artifacts. ETB, draw cards up to 4. If you have less than 4 cards in hand, it gets you up to 4. Incredible card. The deck is very strong. I think the best card from Turtles going into Standard, at least from my limited, playing over like 10 or so games in this event so far, and we'll see as we go on with more, is Ravenous Robots. 2 mana, 2/1. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, make a 1/1, and it can give all your tokens haste as well for 1 red mana and tapping, which is pretty strong. This combined with Pinnacle Emissary, not an all-star. I don't think it really broke out in Standard, but it was fun in Standard, and it saw a bit of play in Eternal formats like Modern and similar as well in the Affinity decks there. At least I tried it. I think it might be a mainstay. I didn't even look at lists today. I'm such a fraud. Anyway, Pinnacle Emissary plus this Ravenous Robot makes incredibly wide board states. You can cast Krang to draw cards. Those wide board states can obviously get around a handful of blockers, but the other absolute standout card from this set is the new and improved Cranial Plating. Now look, Cranial Plating does a few different things. It's not red, for instance, so you don't have to have red mana, so it's better in colorless decks. And Cranial Plating is a classic because it's old, it was good, and it also has an instant speed attach. This is 2 mana, +1/+0 for each artifact you control. That's the Cranial Plating text. 5 mana, create a copy of it. Now this doesn't really come up because the deck doesn't really want to be spunking that mana on a copy of this, but it does give you mana sink in a situation where you've got a board stall or something similar. And then the important bit, the bit that makes this actually playable, is the equip cost of 1. Oh boy, that's some good stuff. And then we have a menacing creature with Rust Harvest that can hold it. Fugitive Droid is unblockable if you play an artifact this turn, which allows you to get through with it. I've just updated. We had Technodrone in there. I've cut Technodrone. Added 2 Ginger Brutes. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with creatures that don't have haste if you activate its mana, so you can get in again with Improvised Arsenal. And then we have some removal spells in Legion Extruder and Chainsaw to kill Badger Mole Cubs and that green escort creature that blows up artifacts. That seems pretty good against our deck. And it's the last bit of the puzzle that we should just mention is Chrome Dome. Oh boy. Chrome Dome gives other artifact creatures +1/+0, making all your tokens doubly as powerful. Has a 5 mana, create a copy of a token copy of an artifact you control against haste and sack it later. That's hardly ever coming up, but mainly this is a force multiplier, damage multiplier sort of thing. And the last really cool synergy, I guess, is that once you stick Improvised Arsenal onto a Rust Harvester and you activate it once to exile an artifact from your bin that's been killed previously and put a counter on it, does damage equal to its power to target to any target. So if you've got an Improvised Arsenal attached to it, you can shoot them in the face for a bunch of damage. This deck is really fun and really sweet. I do love Affinity, and I think it's actually generally powerful, perhaps more powerful than any of the other newer decks. Whether it can be Lessons, whether it can be Badger Mole Cub, I guess we won't know because people aren't just playing those Raw Dog lists in the early access, but I do think it's a contender for at least making some waves in the new Standard. Shout out to Wizards for inviting me to early access, and if you're looking to buy a single or sealed product in the North American Peninsula, go to coolstuffinc.com, use the code KENOBI at checkout, 5% off your order, and it helps support the show. For the record, I'll just show you here, I went 7-2 with this morning before I made the edits, when I didn't want to play with any mics. I was just concentrating and seeing how it was going and getting a vibe check. That's right, I even did some research, if you will. Let's get into some games. Straight up, we're into our usual opponent in these things when we play in the morning. It's MTG Malone. I don't know what he's going to be on. Maybe something in mono black. We got a 1-drop into a 2-drop, so we'll keep it. Hello, Malone. Commercial District on green-red right now. We're going to go Spire Bluff Canals into Rust Harvester. We've got triple Chrome Dome. Not ideal, but it is a sequence of lines we can take. Just doesn't get us to Krang very fast, while other things that generate multiple artifacts does. The way that I think this deck will do badly is if people have cottoned on. Like, for example, I was thinking of putting a lot of X1 hate into the deck to basically kill creatures in the mirror, kill the Rust Harvesters, kill the tokens, kill the 2/1 Ravenous Robots and similar. We got potential removal spell here. There is a pause there. Looks like they've got some sort of priority something. There we go. Torch the Tower, kills the Rust Harvester. That's not a new card. OMG! I'm being sarcastic, of course. You should play all sorts of cards in the early access, not just the new ones. Formidable Speakers are 2/4. None of our removal kills it, and it allows them to discard Queen Gourmet and go get something else. I think they played a food deck with this thing. Oh, it actually cares about frogs, not food. I'm misremembering what that card is. They're going to get Genghis Frog. Sweet. Okay, so we need to make some artifacty creatures now. We're going to go to combat attack with a 1/3. They will not block. It's just 1 free damage. If they do block, we get to kill it. They do not. Sweet. We will shock this in. We will warp in the emissary, and we will chrome dome to grow our team, create another flyer. The flyer is now 3-1 thanks to the double chrome dome. That flyer might be our path to victory, if I'm honest. Genghis Frog is very good. 2 mana, 1/3 trample. When it enters or another mutant you control enters, create a mutagen token. So essentially it's a 2/4. On its lowest end. I guess we can... How much damage did they play? Well, they torch the towers, don't they? So we're going to just take the damage and not lose our chrome domes because they're very good at pumping our team here. They play the frog gourmet thing. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens are created plus a frog. Okay, so we can kill the gourmet frog thing here. Play this. Play chainsaw to kill the frog. And then we're going to just slam another chrome dome into play. This is a lot of damage. This is 10. It's just the triple chrome dome is a thing. I guess it's just good if you can make some tokens. Just a handful of tokens gets you there. We obviously didn't have a token generator initially. Here comes Genghis Frog. They're on Frog Mutant as a deck, which is very cool. Stop the ground from our opponent. They have a mutagen token in play now. They can make the Spindle Speaker pretty big. Pyroclasm does kill a load of stuff, but doesn't kill the chrome domes. Pyroclasm is an answer to this deck, essentially. Let's go ahead and play a Krang, I guess. Okay, let's go to combat. Attack with 3/3/3s. They double block 1. Is that what they do here? No, they don't. They take 3. Go to 1. We'll play a Krang. It draws 4 cards. 3 cards, up to 4. Play a Steam Vents, pay the life, play a Springleaf Drum. I could play a Springleaf Drum or tap in the Krang, but in honesty, I don't want to have no blockers in case they have some sort of wombo combo, make the frog absolutely huge. I'd rather be able to block with the Krang and not die. I do love like Robo Shredder. I think this, I don't actually know what this is in Turtles. And Krang are like constructed playable. I do like Krang as a kid. Let's go Mountain. Let's go Pinnacle Emissary. Just slam a jam in some cards here. Springleaf Drum, make a body. We're going to untap a land, sure. Springleaf Drum, make a body. And then we're going to equip the chainsaw to this chrome dome. Am I playing on my food? No. I'm just showing you that the chainsaw has a second function. All right, here's some bodies. We hit them for a billion damage. And that is our first run through with triple chrome dome, 1 single token. Oh, we're going to make more tokens later. It was pretty... Okay, we've got Rust Harvester into Ravenous Robots into... If we hit 3rd land, Springleaf Drum and Extrude on the same turn. That is a pretty good turn. We're going to go Rust Harvester first. Our opponent is on... Let's see it, opponent. What have you got for us? A tap Steam Vents. This might be some form of mirror. Let's go Island. Let's go Ravenous Robots. Hopefully they don't untap and have a Extruder, Chainsaw, a Braid, or similar to kill our robots. That would be bad. That would be sad. That would make me upset. Our opponent is on the same deck. They have played the robot, but we have removal for said robot, so that puts us in a better position. Do love a good let's kill the mirror match like key card. Okay, that's dead. In for 3. Now, hopefully they don't play another one into a 1-drop, because we've missed a land drop here. They're on Teemo. They're on the Rug version. Now, I know some people are playing green in the deck, but I'm not sure what it's for off the top of my head. Maybe some of the robots from Aether Drift. I saw there was a list and didn't really read it, if I'm honest. I was thinking of playing Grixis to play the sack outlet from EOE. Okay, we've got some stuff. We've got a Springleaf Drum here, so that's free. Make a 1/1. Oh, you can get Raft. They have some form of like... Well, the anti-mirror tech doesn't matter if I just play Krang. Draws me a card, but it's an 8/4 more importantly. Maybe I should have like played Krang a turn later, but then if he does Pyroclasm me or something similar, then I won't be able to play the Krang. So there's like back and forth there. Ravenous Robots, okay, and a Springleaf Drum. Make a 1/1. Absolutely. Springleaf Drum plus the Furdock Core gives them access to more mana. Market Back Walker. I forgot that card even existed. That card's probably pretty decent here. Played it for free though, just to make a 1/1, and then they scooped. Okay, they didn't want to play it out. You're kind of meant to play these out so we get some content, Raedric, but if you don't want to play it, that's fine. GG, I guess. User, is this Martin User? No, Martin User was spelled with 1 Z, unless their online name is different. Who knows? Vast Harvester into Improvised Arsenal, a Springleaf Drum, Pinnacle Emissary. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. We're going to go River Pyre Verge. I always have to check if it taps for red without the other land. Like, if it taps for blue, it'd be significantly worse on our deck for trying to play those turn 1 Rust Harvesters, obviously. Multi-Vessel Passage into a Marauding Maker. Is this one of the Monument decks? We're going to shock in the Steam Vents. I'm going to play a Gleaming Gear Drake here. Go in for 1. If we hit land up, we can go Emissary Warped into Springleaf Drum, into Improvised Arsenal, which will give us just a ton of value, and get us close to this Krang as well with an empty hand, which is gas. Red, black, Iron Shield Elf, some sort of aggressive deck here. We never discard 1 more cards, but that money plus counts on this. They can discard cards here. I guess I forced them to. Nah, no blocks. This is a flyer that can swing with Improvised Arsenal. That's good for us. They're going to discard a card. A Phoenix. Wow, this is in standard? I didn't even know. That seems good. Bloodghast. Oh, wow. This is sick. This is a sweet deck. Okay, we hit the Verge. We're going to warp this in. A lot of our creatures that this makes can't block this, sadly. We're then going to play a Springleaf Drum to make us a drone. We're then just going to cast Krang, I think. We can cast Arsenal still impactful next turn for 3 mana, where Krang is impactful next turn if we cast it now. Here's a Krang. That's an 8/4 that draws us 3 cards. My goodness, that seems strong. We're going to get in for 2 damage here, simply because them being, the lower they are, the more likely we can just like one-shot them on a turn. There are turns where this like deck does like a bunch of damage, like a huge chunk, and just kills people out of nowhere. But I do think that, I'm just talking about the basics of racing here, but having them, chipping them down is important so we can just do the exact same, not give them another turn to do whatever they're doing. That's some fundamental magic stuff just there for you, yes. Oh, their board is getting big, but is it getting scary? Bit of triumph for my Krang. Fair enough. The makers get bigger. Don't think does not come back. They get in for 7. We get an 8. Can we 15 them this turn? Probably not. Ravenous Robots is a good hit here, though. Let's go Mountain. Let's go Robots. Let's go Springleaf Drum. Let's tap for a red. Tap this tapped one. Play a Chainsaw to make your brain sore. To quote the prophet, the incredible artist that is Limp Bizkit. Okay, so if they have a card in hand, they discard the Iron Shield, it grows both of these. So this is a 3/1. So I kill this here. They will get Flame Wake back next turn, right? Because it's just a bit of a combat on your turn. If you control creature with power 4, greater player red, get it back. Yeah, so this maker's getting blocked by this. The Phoenix is getting blocked by one of these 1/1s. I get in for 1 here. To be honest, I only need to survive the attack. So block a 4/4, block a 2, take 5, untap, kill them. Yeah, and what could they rip off the top? Another Phoenix? No, because it's 3 mana, this costs 1. If we only have 1 flying blocker, though, that can be a problem. Okay, we're going for 2. 10 for 13. The reason I'm saying kill them is that we've got Improvised Arsenal in our hand. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for 3 mana. Put 11 power on a creature. So just 1 invasive creature becomes a 12. Bloodghast can't block, and they're probably going to go aggressive here. They got to kind of like end the game. I'm interested what their last card is. Okay, so they attack like this, sure. We block off 4, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we don't die. Any increment of damage could be bad here. So I should probably just block some stuff like this. Yeah. We'll take 5. Going to 3 might be a mistake. But I'm not putting the robots under anything. Because we lose 2 bodies here, right? Which is going to shorten our clock. We're on 3. Chainsaw groweth, but Chainsaw's not the thing we're going to be using. We drew robots. So if we play robots, get a body. Springleaf Drums. Yeah, okay, so here's Ravenous Robots. I guess a removal spell on whatever's carrying the arsenal does kind of get them there, right? So do I need to... If I swing with a creature that's evasive carrying the arsenal and they kill it, do I die on the crackback? I've got a flying blocker. I've got other blockers. Is it safer not to do that? I guess I make them have it, right? Yeah. Here's a Improvised Arsenal making a load of 1/1s. Tap for red. Equip here. Like, if they have a removal spell, they kill us. If they don't, I think I can block enough. Like, bit of Triumph here. No? Nothing? Alright, we just made them have it and they didn't. That's 15 damage from a Rust Harvester with Menace. Of course, if we had not played the robot, we could have, like, tapped to shoot them. Which I think, it still blows us out with removal, right? Because they kill it in response to the equip. That was pretty good. That was some fun, wholesome magic. We're against Deforce. No, sorry, we're against Defor. I thought it was Deforce. Like, hell no, I can't beat the Deforce. 2 mana, 4 2-drops. This hand is a bit wonky. You know what? I'll give it a go. If we draw a 3rd land, we can even go like Emissary Pinnacle Emissary even into a 2-drop. Sparbluff Canal from our opponent. It's going to be some form of mirror. Springleaf Drum's a pretty good start. We're going to pay 2 life here for a Chrome Dome. I like this silhouette sleeve they're using with Chandra and the Flames. I think it's actually sick. I don't think it's ever shown up on a secret there or anything. Synthesizer Lab Ship. Interesting decision and choice. I like it. I like it. So we just play another Chrome Dome and get into combat. They got a red source here for thingy, the tower, but can you second artifact to that? Or is it just creature enchantment? I forget what you can bargain or tribute or whatever it is. Oh, they have 2 mana with the Springleaf Drum? No, because it's not creature, right? So they can't tap that for Springleaf Drum. Maybe this is quite good. Like, once it's crude and if it torch the tower, I think you can bargain an artifact. All right, I wasn't imagining it. Cool, we lose a Chrome Dome, pass back to them. We need to hit a land drop. Like, hitting our 3rd land drop is huge. They play a Technodrome. I think this card is so... Oh, boy. They crew this. This turns us into a flyer, and we are going to get ruined by that. This is so good. Wow, that's really strong. Oh, wait, what? Oh, Summoning Sickness. Okay, cool. That's good, though. Shame we've got a Chainsaw. What beats a huge, powerful land warship fortress thing? It's a chainsaw, bitch! That's what Fred Durst would say. And Fred Durst knows a lot about chainsaws. He's got a PhD in chainsaws. All right, we hit our third land drop. It's all coming up, Kenobi. Let's go Pinnacle Emissary. Warped in. Let's go Chrome Dome. Make a body. Let's go in for 2. Put Emissary back in our warp zone. Thank you, Emissary. You've helped a lot there by creating a 3-1. The powers of you and 2 Robo Shredders combined. A 3-4. Make it a 2-2. Sure. I'm going to warp another Emissary. And then I'm going to play a Springleaf Drum. Then I'm going to play a few improvised Arsenal or Droid. The Droid can attack without being blocked next turn. Yeah, let's play the Arsenal. Here we go. No attacks. We could have equipped Chainsaw to the Flyer and swung, and they probably wouldn't have blocked, and we would have done 4 damage, but I think making a very wide board is good. They play a Fugitive Drone. They station the Synthesizer Lab. Okay, we untap, we draw a tapped land, sure. I think I equip here to a 3-1, making it 11 and then attack. And I'm going to attack with all my 3-1s as well, so they can block the 11-1 to like, no? Okay, they just take lethal. They see enough, our draw was better than theirs. Their deck is interesting. Technodrome plus the ship is really cool. But yeah, we just had that go wide. We also had the removal spells. We are playing like 5, 6, 7 removal spells. Only 4 of which actually hit Technodrome, to be fair. We're up against Malone again. Remember, this guy's playing main deck Pyroclasms. That's real bad for us. We're going to keep this. I'll be honest. I don't know if it's going to be good. We need these in play, and we need Krangs, and we need our little Cybermen. Cyber Shredders. Here's a Spy Bluff Canal. Here's a Springleaf Drum. So next time we can go Emissary, Land, Robots. I think we just play a Robots and pass. Actually, you know what? Make a red here. Play another. Actually, you know, the drums are too good in the turns that we have Robots in play. We're going to get Pyroclasm to the shit out of. Our hand is very much like make a million 1-1s, which just isn't good enough. Okay, we got rid of the Pyroclasm early. That's good for us. Here's a hard cast Pinnacle Emissary. Then I'll tap for a blue, cast Springleaf Drum, make a 1-1, tap for a blue, play a Brute, make a 1-1, and go into the red zone. Now, the Pyroclasm early to kill this is actually very valid. Just wiping this out is good. It does one of 2 things. One is the only removal spell they had to kill it, and they had to. Or, the other flip side, they had 2 of these, which is kind of scary. We'll play a Pyre. We will go to combat, and we'll swing. What flash frogs are there in Turtles? Are we about to find out? Let's find out. There's going to be a flash frog here, right? There's got to be something. Like, pre-combat going, like, warp 2 damage to each creature. Okay. This is good for us, actually. So there's another, like I said, it's either they only have 1 removal spell or they have multiple. We'll warp this, make a 1-1, and we'll cast this. Make 2 1-1s. Like, basically, if we make more instances of multiple 1-1s than they have instances of Pyroclasm, then we'll be okay, essentially. But we could just win with the 3-3s, but I'm not convinced that's going to work. Pyroclasm again. Okay. That's the 3rd Pyroclasm. Can we beat it? Trampling 1/3 frog makes a mutagen token. We tap and draw Chrome Dome. That's pretty good here. Let's go from warp this thing. Tap for red, tap for blue, and play a Chrome Dome. Make a load more 1-1s. And then attack for 8. They go to 8. So Pyroclasm doesn't save them, but another Wrath or some other kind would. Don't Wrath me a 4th time, bro. I'm just over here making little dudes. They're just little guys. Look at them. They're actually kind of cute. I never realized the little eye pip things that they have before. God, Edge of Eternities was so fucking good. Like, the whimsy of this Pinnacle Emissary is so sick. Wait, is this like an infinite loop? Oh. Is this an infinite loop that does anything? Does this break the client? Well, okay, we won. We won. That was actually amazing. I had loads of fun. Yeah, that's just Leyline Transformation, Genghis Frog, and Kinar Goo. Fuck me, Final Fantasy. Why are you testing me like this? Makes like infinite frogs, infinite mutagen tokens. If you had just, I guess. This is what I'm assuming he's got. We haven't seen it, but he has like Raphael, the 2 mana, like whenever another creature enters the battlefield, ping your opponent for 1 damage. Those cards will then allow this to infinitely kill someone. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, we'll be into name I'm not going to even pretend I can pronounce. Here's a body. That's just ignorance from me, by the way. That's not a criticism of that name. We got a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop. We are living on the absolute edge, cutting edge of Magic the Gathering. Okay, let's go Pyre. Let's go Emissary, Drum, nothing. Emissary just gives us 1. We're just going to play Ravenous Robots. Get in for one. Our opponent's on red-white. There's a red-white robots deck that looks pretty sweet. Chainsaw kill my robots. That is more than reasonable. Have a nice day. Want to hit our third land here? We'll be loving life. Oh, we are so good at Magic. Let's go Emissary. Let's go Swingleaf Drum. Let's go Improvised Arsenal. And let's go for 1 damage. Our Krang costs 3 next turn. Any other artifact puts it to 2, which is pretty much our entire deck, except for obviously our 19 lands. Seam Rip, that's going to eat up the arsenal, obviously. We have no way to deal with Seam Rip. That's a very good card against us in the mirror, if you will. Chainsaw kill the droid. Chainsaw kill a flyer. Interesting. To be fair, this is a good line for them to take because it allows them to reduce our Krang count. In for 2. Pass back to them. Krang costs 4 next turn. Ang's Iceberg, get rid of our Emissary. Krang costs 5 next turn. We've got a Chainsaw on hand that doesn't do much here. Improvised Arsenal's a good draw, though. We'll play Arsenal. Arsenal being a football team that only cunts support. I'm going to equip that to Fugitive Droid. There you go. I got you there, didn't I? You're sat there. You're like, I support Arsenal. I'm not going to catch any strays in this Magic the Gathering video. And I got you, didn't I? I fucking got you. Machinist's Arsenal is going to make a big boy. 7/7. Okay. Well, let's go Chrome Dome, Chainsaw, hit you for 7. You know what? I'm just going to go Krang. Because this will draw us hopefully another land. And a 1-drop. That'd be wonderful. No, just another land. That's fine. Ender's tapped. This can't be blocked because our artifact ended this turn. So I'll 6 them in the face. And then, like, all we need to do is play an artifact to make this unblockable, or move the equipment to the flyer to kill them now. Now, obviously, they can make a lot of blockers that can get this stuff and kill the unblockable creature and so on. Here's a Ginger Brew. Here's a Trampling Haster. Here's 11 damage there. We can take 11, right? Yeah, no blocks. I'll take 11. Should really read this. I can't like re-equip it instant speed and give it double strike or something, right? That'd be bad. Yeah, we just go Verge, Chainsaw. They're on a virtual 7 life here because of this Ginger Brew, but they have the mana for it. Chainsaw's Groweth, Chrome Dome. Go to combat and swing. Our opponent's playing like a red-white artifact control deck, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, we played through it. We played through, what was that? 3, 4 removal spells? I'm into it. This is, well, to be fair to us, they used one of those removal spells on a token. That was not good for them. Once more into the breach, my friends. Once more, we actually played Danny T-Law in the previous iteration of this that I was playing off camera just to try it and test it. So he's going to think I'm just here jamming probably the most impressive deck. When in reality, I am making content over here, Danny. I am making content. Here's a Fugitive Droid. They're hovering it. They're either hovering it because they haven't seen it, or they're hovering it because they have seen it and they're frustrated that it's happening again. They're on white-black something. Here's a mountain. Here's a Ravenous robot. So let's ask them if they have a removal spell. If not, we get to make at least 1 whole extra body next turn. Watch out, Ravenous robots are about. These little robots were really cool in the show. I remember them vaguely. I don't think I had a toy of them. I think I always wanted a toy of them. Cool, they had a removal spell for it. That is more than fair enough. We're going to go Gear Drake, should I say. Rust Harvester. And then we're going to go into the red zone for 1. Next turn, we're looking for an improvised Arsenal Slammer Jam. We've got a Legion Extruder to kill a little guy, but can't kill a big guy. A 3/3 is essentially a big guy in this scenario. Improvised Arsenal costs 1 more. Pay 2 life. Play the Arsenal. We're going to equip the Arsenal to the Menacer. And then we're just going to swing with an Unblockable, a Flyer, and a Menacer, taking them to 10. There's just a lot of evasion in the creature suite of this deck. I guess that just happens to a lot of decks. Like, you end up with a lot of a thing you're looking for because of the format is so big, I guess, arguably. Although I guess if you're playing mono white, you're not going to find that much evasion. So maybe I'm talking complete hogwash. But when you're playing 2 or 3 colors, you can probably find what you're looking for in terms of keywords and evasion. Maybe not in abilities, right? Some of these abilities are very unique. Rust Harvester is super unique. I always think the 2 and activate to do it is just such a tall cost. But I think if they didn't have that, it'd be pretty power crept, right? Pretty silly. A silly Magic the Gathering card. Now, Legion Extruder next turn, we can play it. Wait, what? Chosen type. They chose Artifact. Oh, that's so good in this meta game. I thought it chose a card. It entered and chose all artifacts. Super Shredder. This gets bigger when my stuff dies. Okay. Steam Vents. Pay 2 life. I'm going to play Legion Extruder. I'm going to shoot Shredder for 2 and see if it kills him. Does it kill you? It does. Okay. Next, we're going to go to combat. We're going to swing with a Flyer, an Unblockable, and a Menacer. Do you have a removal spell, opponent? We can even activate Legion Extruder to save our Rust Harvester. I'll say we save. Turn our Rust Harvester into a 3/3 here. Targeting this. We're going to activate this. Gobble up the Rust Harvester. To be honest, if Rust Harvester wasn't the one carrying it, Rust Harvester can then benefit from there being an artifact in the bin. So maybe that's an argument for putting it on the Fugitive Droid. Again, if I'd activated Rust Harvester instead of attacking with it, it would have done damage even when it died, I believe. Equal to its power, but its last known information, I think. Of course, in sacking the Rust Harvester, making a 3-3, we actually grew our Gleaming Gear Drake to be a 2-2, which is pretty good. Some synergy there. Nowhere to run. Kill the Gleaming Gear Drake before we sack anything else, I guess. Fair enough. Then we'll do it when the Legion Extruder's up. They might have another copy here. Oh boy, that is a crazy good draw here. So we're going to go equip this one here. We're going to equip this one here. We're going to go to combat. They're going to block the 9-3 and die to the 7-1. Okay, that's it. That's all she wrote. Improvised arsenal. Very, very strong. Look, it's feeling like insanely strong in this like sort of pre-testing. But what you've got to remember, and like this is transparency here. This is how the sausage is made. It's ruining the illusion. I'm not maintaining kayfabe if you're into wrestling. Is that in the early access, everyone is trying new things. If you pair into a lot of the pro players. Here we go. We're 7-0, by the way. If you just casually, by the way, we're 7-0. But if you pair into a lot of the professional players with this deck, because they will be testing, because early access is for content creators, but also for the pros that are playing in the Pro Tour and such, that I didn't mention earlier, actually. They'll be playing, like, the real decks. They might be trying some new cards for the new set, but they often use these early access events to test for upcoming Spotlight Series or even the Pro Tour, depending on timings. I don't know when Pro Tour Turtles actually is, off the top of my head. Either way, if you pair into them, it's a much more good indication of whether you can beat the actual real decks, if you will. And I'm not using that as a value judgment, I'm just more pointing out that creators like myself will play whatever's new and spicy. So either way, this seems very strong, and I might be making a video about this, like, in a week or two's time when Improvised Arsenal plus Ravenous Robots is just stomping everyone. It's got the highest win rate in the format, which would be unfortunate because they're cool cards, but they do seem very powerful. But again, maybe they're very powerful in a format which has Pinnacle Emissary, for example. Without that card, is this deck as good? Either way, deck is strong. Is it the strongest thing ever? I just don't know, but it's a hell of a lot of fun too. I love making a lot of stupid, grubby little guys and then sacking them for value and making things big off of like count the number of things you got and fuck them. That is a deck that I can get behind. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it, maybe share it with your friends and so on. And I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and subscribe, you little bitch. Don't forget to subscribe. Ta-ta for now.